Hello and welcome to Getting Better Composition in the Gym. This module is entitled Getting Slim in a Gym for One Reason. I'm going to be teaching you exactly what is the best workout you should be doing. But before we do that, I need a commitment from you. I need you to actually agree to and commit to see the video in its entirety. And not only that, I need you to take action after you do. The results are not typical, as you probably saw right now, but not because thing doesn't work, just because people actually don't take action. So I just need you to actually agree and commit to really pay attention to what we're doing here. And again, remember the code. We don't want to question, and we want to do at least something, at least everything try once without any belief. So yes, energy balance. Energy balance is king for weight loss. And again, exactly what we said. Energy balance is king for weight loss. We have to see exactly what weight loss means. So this is normal. Obviously, it's logic. If we calorie in and calorie out, the input of calorie and output balance out, obviously we're gonna maintain. If we eat more than we consume, we're gonna gain weight. If we eat less than we consume, we're gonna lose weight. But actually body composition is what should matter, or at least most of the people don't realize that that's what they matters. As you can see in this picture here, we got somebody that is, when the muscle is higher than the fat, you have this better look or shredded look, while when, obviously muscle is less than fat, you got this volume look that, you feel like, uh, especially women, they don't want to do gym because they think that obviously this volume you're gaining is actually fat. And in part is right, but obviously by you doing the gym, actually you would get even better composition because the muscle, as you can see on the left, is higher than the fat. You will get this look. So in other words, we need to get our muscle to be leaner, better, bigger, and more performance to have this look that everybody is going after. This look that abdominals, these legs, very toned leg, this toned look with this lack of water retention that everybody's scared of, this cellulitis. We all need to really work towards the picture on the left. As we said before, pay close attention to this: weight loss and fat loss. Weight loss is the way that you see on the scale, especially people that are really psychologically working with the scales almost every day, hoping that you will see weight loss. In reality, you see a weight loss is not coming from your fat, it's coming from water in some part of the muscle, a big part of muscle and water, and a small part of fat. While fat loss, as you can see, is higher in volume, it will exclusively be from fat. What are the benefits of fat loss versus fat loss? Basically, one is the opposite of the other. Obviously, losing muscle plus fat and water, you will decrease your fitness, your health, you will decrease your strength, you're gonna be less performing, you're gonna age faster and reduce immunity. So somebody is always sick, or not immune in the immune system not functioning well, it could be obviously because you're losing your muscles as well. The other one, the fat loss, will basically leave your muscle intact and you will improve your fitness, greater strength, performing better, and delay your aging. Especially, of course, you also reduce the risk of diseases in South, because it's been now proven that that actually the disease, whatever disease that you might have, come from somebody being overweight. So as lean as you can be, not only you're gonna look better, you're going after this cosmetical look that everybody loves, but you're gonna feel better and be healthy overall. The not optimal approach, obviously, is, as I said before, weight loss, fat and muscle and water. You're losing all that. And this is usually done with an approach in the gym that is basically these walks, this cardio. And if you are overweight or obese, you want to be starting from walk. But if you are like already just a little bit slightly overweight, or you don't need to lose 20 to 30 kilo or 40 pounds, or more, you don't want to stay in this particular training, because this is simply in your comfort zone. It will not give you a very good approach. Yes, you will be losing weight. You will also be losing a little bit fat, but if you could take home 90, you're basically taking home 10. What this is gonna do is gonna lower your metabolism. The food, especially, not only is gonna lower your metabolism because you're losing the muscle and the water, but also is gonna tell your body to take the food you're ingesting and putting it towards the fat cells. Basically, you're gonna build up fat. While you're losing some fat, you're building up a higher percentage. Working out in the gym, maybe at time with resistance training, you will not burn as many calories as you would be burning on a treadmill walking. But what you will do, it will build muscle, and not directly, but at rest. You will basically have a higher metabolism, more functioning, and you will lose fat. You will be able to burn more fat at rest, and which is also, as you can see here, is taking the food, is directing the food towards your muscle, so a higher metabolism and be able to burning fat. Your metabolism is smart. It either can burn fat or fat or carbohydrates, right? So we want to be taking the food towards the muscle as much as possible. I could have put a burger here. I could have put a burger before. Clean eating or healthy eating or junk food, it doesn't really matter. If you work out, of course, we always have to look at the calories, how much are we eating and how much are we spending. But if we work out with resistance training, there is going to be a higher probability of you burning fat. This is the cardio. The cardio part is very important. The cardio has to be a place in the program. But again, here, and I put the small picture on the left specifically for that, this basically is the cardio you don't want to be doing. As I said before, at your comfort zone, you being able to talk, walking for hours, is only good if you're really overweight, that you have a joint problem, and you running or doing sprints or any form or high interval training would mess up your joint or anything like that you want to be doing that. Otherwise, you really want to stay away from that. Yes, at the moment you're going to be burning fat, but as you can see on top, you're burning a very small amount of fat. You're burning after the 10-15 minutes mark, you start burning fat. You may be burning around, let's say you're burning around 200 calories, 10% is coming from fat, right? So 20 calories coming from fat. If you think about 9 calories is actually a gram of fat ingested, you see how much you can be burning in an hour, right? So low intensity, low fatigue, low reward. While here you basically burning you're burning in the beginning mostly carbohydrates, but you're getting your system to work better. As we said before, you want to get a better system working more intense. And here, in this case, let's say you're running for 10-15 minutes or 20 minutes, you're already burning around 100 calories. But this, at this point, at rest, just alone, let's say it's only 10 or 15% coming from the fat, you still, not burning as much in the moment, but you're going to be burning a lot more, at rest. So that's what you want to be doing. Higher intensity, high fatigue, high reward. How do you monitor your intensity? You want to be doing the talk test. In this particular setup, that you don't have machines, and especially in the beginning, you don't want to go too direct or doing too many tests. If you have access to any other test in the gym or in the personal training studio, that's fine. But otherwise, this is very simple. Talk test, right? Easy. 25% of the intensity, you can carry a conversation. Moderate, complete sentences. Harsh, short phrases, and then you cannot be talking while you're working out. And totally breathless, you're going to be at 100%. Lastly, that's what we actually doing, what we were doing, and what I was explaining on that. It's very hard and it's impossible to overwork a bad diet. These are percentages roughly, But roughly, again, and there is so many studies and so many books talking about this is, less than 80%, but mostly more or less 80% comes from your nutrition. You do have to work out, you do have to do the right things, but the most important comes from the nutrition. If you working out hoping that you can eat, you will not have very good results. You need to work out to get your system better, to burn obviously what you're eating, but you do need to choose any approach that you want to be able to keep it in your lifestyle and be comfortable with, but you do need to clean up your diet for sure. That's exactly why this is a bad way of thinking. Obviously, we don't want to think, oh, I'm having a slice of pizza or a tortilla or a Coke, and then I can walk 23 minutes to get rid of it. The metabolism doesn't really work like that, and it would be too complicated to be here and explain you what happened when you eat or you drink a Coke, all the metabolic process that has to happen. You're usually eating bad stuff or eating even good stuff, but when you're eating like a big meal, usually we get fat. We actually put on the fat if we do around 2 or 3 days after, because there is so many metabolic process taking place. Your body has to assimilate the food, and it doesn't do it like in an hour. So this idea of burning what we eat, or the other way, how many calories burn in 10 minutes, and so I can eat more, that doesn't really work. So we don't exercise to eat, and also psychologically we don't want to see it this way, because it's going to create a bad relationship with food. Instead, the good way of thinking is actually we exercise to have a more performing body. We want to be able to always do extra. So we know that we have to do 2 or 3 workouts per week, resistance training, and some cardio for advanced, even 4 or 5 maybe, and some cardio. And then extra, you want to be doing this Zumba classes, CrossFit, jogging. If you, instead of doing cardio, you can do spinning. You can go walking, you can cleaning windows. Bottom line, we should be moving more and have a performing body. You don't want to, if you want to know how many calories roughly you're burning, you can see it, but it should not be a calorie counting thing. It should be really a let's do as much as we can thing. And of course, we always need to modulate the intensity. If you are tired, if your body is telling you that you're tired, you should start listening to it. But beside that, most of the time, people do very not enough for what they should be doing. That's it. This is the way that actually training works. I really want you to focus on that. Our program is focused on that. 65% is strength training, some good cardio intense, and the rest all movement. And of course, the rest 100%. If you put another percentage, but if you see it on the other way, 100% diet has to be congruent to the fitness approach.